everyone, thank you so much for your overwhelming response on our previous video, What is Data Science. If you haven't watched the video, click on the suggested link to watch What is Data Science. In this video, we are going to see about Elasticsearch Architecture, which includes components like Elasticsearch, Kibana, Logstash and filebeat with some hands-on experiments. Okay, let's see the hands-on experiments of the Elasticsearch. The hands-on experiments includes each and every step of setting up the Elasticsearch architecture environment, including the installation of VM and installation of Elasticsearch Kibana, Logstash, filebeat, and how the logs are fed into Elasticsearch, and finally creating the index and visualizing the logs in the Kibana. Everything is explained in this video.
I'm going to use Oracle VirtualBox, which can be downloaded from virtualbox.org. Mine is a Windows system, so I'm going to download the VirtualBox 6.0.12 for the Windows host. Also, to create the virtual machine, I'm going to use Ubuntu.com and go to downloads, and that I'm going to download the Ubuntu desktop version. Okay, now that we have downloaded the Oracle VirtualBox and the Ubuntu ISO file, we are ready to open and create the VM. So now I hope you have already installed Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager, and in that you can create a new VirtualBox by clicking New, and then give a name to your virtual machine, which is Elasticsearch in this case, and also give the type as Linux, Ubuntu 64. I'm going to use RAM size as 8192 megabytes. Click on next and create a virtual hard disk now, and VDI, and next, dynamically allocated, and then for the size of the hard disk, you can go for 20 GB and create. Okay, let's install Ubuntu. Click on English language and normal installation. Install now. Okay, erase disk and install Ubuntu. I'm going to select London and give the name, password, and confirm your password. It's now installing the Ubuntu. It's going to take some time to install. Now the installation is complete, and you can see, and click on the username and give the password. You can search for terminal, and that's it. You're done.
Okay, let me explain what is Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch is a very powerful tool for extracting meaning from large amount of data. It can be compared with systems like Hadoop, Spark and Flink, but it provides fastest solution than the other systems mentioned. It takes JSON as a request and responds back with another JSON output. JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. It is easy for humans to read and write a JSON file. It has a name and value pair. Let's see an example of how a JSON file looks like.
As mentioned previously, a JSON object contains name value pairs using colons, and each and every object is enclosed by curly braces, and the name value pairs are separated by commas. This is an example JSON file which has the JSON object separated by curly braces, and it also has a name value pass. So if you can see the first example, the name include names, in stock and price, and the values include apple, false and 50, which means that the value can be a string, boolean, integer or float.
There are three terms that is frequently used in an Elasticsearch architecture. They are document, type and index. Document can be related to a row in a relationship database. It has its unique ID and type. Type. The next one is the type. Type is nothing but a schema or mapping that the documents share that represents the same sort of thing. It can be related to a table in a relationship database. The final one is index. Index is a collection of document. It is the highest level entity that can be queried against in a Elasticsearch. It represents a database itself. If you are searching for a term in a document, the search engine responds back in the order of relevancy. Let's see what is relevancy. The relevance is calculated by the term frequency divided by the document frequency. Term frequency is nothing but how frequently a particular term is occurring in a document, whereas document frequency is how frequently a word is occurring in all documents combined. Consider two words, the and Shakespeare. The is a very common word that is occurring in many documents, so that has a low relevance. Whereas Shakespeare is a very special word which occurs frequently only in certain documents, so that it has a highest relevance.
Okay, let's install Elasticsearch. wget -q https:// artifacts.elastic.co/gpg key Elasticsearch sudo apt key add hyphen, and you need to give the password, and then again apt get install apt transport https and give echo deb. You need to give the URL, sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get install Elasticsearch. It will take some time to install. That's it. Elasticsearch is now installed. Before starting Elasticsearch, we need to change the configuration inside the Elasticsearch YAML file. So to open it, you can use nano command. Uncomment node.name. And also uncomment network.host and give 0.0.0.0. And uncomment discovery seed host and give 127.0.0.1 for the local host, and then also uncomment cluster initial. just follow the steps, and then you need to enable the Elasticsearch service. After enabling it, you can use start command for starting Elasticsearch service. To see if Elasticsearch has started, we can use curl command. Curl command is used to get data from server, and also it helps to send the data to the server. It seems that I don't have curl, so I'm going to install it with apt install curl. Now that I have downloaded curl, I can use curl xget and also the localhost address and the port number 9200 where the Elasticsearch is actually running. You can get the logs using wget from the URL specified. I'm going to download Shakes mapping JSON file. It has downloaded now. Again, you can use curl command for feeding the data into Elasticsearch at the address and port number that it's running. And now that we have downloaded the mapping, we can also download the actual work of Shakespeare in the form of JSON file. You can use xpost to feed the data into Elasticsearch, which is running at the port 9200. Also, if you want to search a particular text entry, for example in the Shakespeare's work to be or not to be, you can use xget to get that by using the query that's displayed.
Okay, let's see what is Kibana. Kibana is a powerful web user interface for searching and visualizing. It can help you with the aggregations, creating charts and graphs for log analysis.
To install Kibana, just use apt-get install Kibana and give the password. It's now downloading Kibana. After downloading Kibana, you can change the configuration in the kibana.yaml file. And comment server.host, give 0.0.0.0, and that's it. Save the file and enable Kibana service and start kibana.service. Kibana runs at the port 5601. It's that Kibana is successfully installed. In the Kibana user interface, click on management, index pattern, create index pattern, search the index that we have created, Shakespeare. Next step, create index pattern. It has created index pattern, and it has 15 fields, out of which you have a play name, speaker, also text entry keyword. You can also go to discover, in which you can find the fields. You can also use operators for finding the fields. How many times the keyword die has occurred? It has occurred 446 hits. You can also select the field. For example, the field name is play name, and you can also visualize it. So amazing visualizations. It has a play name and also count. A lot of exciting visualization can be done in Kibana. You can also create your own visualizations. For example, it is displaying the tag cloud now. You can find the aggregations count. You can also do the aggregation on certain terms. You can give the field name, text entry keyword, and also how many size we want. So these are 50 words that is represented in the cloud. So most frequently used word, exit, and if we change the size, it will display 100 words. We can visualize a lot of things.
Let's see what is Logstash and filebeat. Both Logstash and filebeat helps to feed the data into Elasticsearch. But there is a main difference between the Logstash and filebeat. Filebeat helps to monitor and pass the logs and import the data into Elasticsearch in near real time. Whereas Logstash helps to feed the data into Elasticsearch from different machines, not just the log files.
Before installing Logstash, let's download access logs from sundog.soft.com in your current directory. And then now we are going to install OpenJRE. For installing Logstash, we need JRE. You can now install Logstash using apt-get install Logstash. After installing Logstash, you need to create a configuration file. In the configuration file, you'll be giving input, filter, and output. In input, you give path and start location, and filter be giving Apache log. and also you specify the date, and in the output you specify the it is outputted to Elasticsearch at port number 9200, and it is also standard outputted using Ruby debug. Save the configuration file, and also if you want to see the existing indices, we can use curl xget. So before creating index, there is no logstash here, and now we are going to start the service. Start logstash service. Now it's fed into Elasticsearch. It will take a while. You can also search the index using xget. Open Kibana, which is running at 5601, and click on management, index pattern, search for index pattern, and you can see the index that we have created. Yeah, it has 42 fields, and you can click on discover and select the fields, and also you can select the date range as well. These are the access log that has happened in the last 2 hours. You can also search a particular field to visualize. Next, we are going to install filebeat. Need the package. Then make a directory and get into logs directory and download the access log again from sundog.soft.com. You need to change the filebeat YAML file. You need to enable it to true, and you need to have the path of the access log that we have downloaded. And also set up Kibana by using the port number, and also set up Elasticsearch username and password. Default password for the Elasticsearch is change me. Now that you have changed the filebeat.yaml file, you can start the service Elasticsearch, Kibana, and filebeat. Start all the 3 services. And now the logs are fed into Elasticsearch. This will take a while. You can also search the index that has been created using cat. You can see the filebeat index it has created. You can go to Kibana to see the index that we have created using filebeat. Index pattern, create index pattern, search for the filebeat and create index. Now it has 1130 fields you can explore. You can also select fields to visualize. Hope you have enjoyed filebeat. There are a lot of sample data in Kibana. This is data for flights, flight data. You can also select the date range for flight data. These are the date range for the flight data. And you can see the cancelled flight for the date range specified, how many flights has been cancelled. And also you can see the destination city name. You can do aggregations for the columns, flight delay. You can discover and also visualize destination in the maps. So North America. There are a lot of flight destination that you can see in the map. And how many flights in that particular location. A lot of fields that you can explore using this sample data. Destination country, destination weather. So you can look at whether it's cloudy, is there a thunder or lightning in the destination city, and also the count. And flight hour, and which are the flight numbers that has been affected by thunder and lightning. And also you can select the flight name as well. You can see the flight name that has been affected with thunder and lightning, flight number. Just you can explore a lot. Here with this data, destination country and where it is originated. So many cool stuff can be done with Kibana. So we have now seen how we can install VM and how we can install the Elasticsearch architecture components, including Elasticsearch, Kibana, filebeat and Logstash, and how the indices are created and fed into Elasticsearch, and finally visualizing in Kibana.
Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and also click the bell icon for the future video